Before we get started on this comparison, I'd like to say that my book is now available both on paperback and also on ebook, so make sure to go to the link below to purchase it. All right, so let's get started with our comparison for today. I'm doing a comparison first between the Hit phone and the Sunbeam F1, which I think are very similar devices. I've been testing the Hit phone for the last couple of days, and I'm really excited to say that it has gone well. It's a very good device. It's very well made, and it does have a good promise. I'll be talking about some updates, and of course, the full review will probably be next week. But I first wanted to compare it to the Sunbeam F1 because I think they are pretty similar in the features that they have. So of course, they both have very basic features like phone calls, music, management, like a calendar, right? You do have it right there, a voice reminder, and things of that nature. But both devices are also different in that this device, the Hit K1, which is the official name, does have maps via Waze, whereas this one has maps via Here Maps. It's a little bit of a different navigation system. Now, they're both good, and in my opinion, I would say both get the job done. They will get you from point A to point B very reliably. This version of Waze is definitely not the most updated one, but it does get the job done, and it's very decent in my opinion. This version of Here Maps is it's more recent, and again, it does also get the job done. I think the main advantage of the Sunbeam F1 comes in voice to text, which this device still does not have. Maybe it will be an update in the future. So the Sunbeam F1 does have voice to text. If you press this key right here, you will have access to voice to text and have access to a lot of other kind of like basic functionalities. You also have some shortcuts, of course, the camera, and this is a flip phone, whereas this is a QWERTY keyboard. So we have a full QWERTY keyboard right here. Now, the advantage that I see with the Hit K1 is that it also has Gmail. I was able to put my work Gmail on this device, and I'm able to get pretty much everything imaginable in here. So I have a very good reliability. My emails sync. And the other good thing is that these devices are also compatible with the major networks. AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, they are all working very well on this device. If you want to clear some of the things out, you can also clear them. There's a lot of shortcuts available. Let me talk a little bit more about the Hit K1 as we have it right here. I haven't had any issues when it comes to text messages. I continue to wipe them because of sensitive information, so I hope you understand. But essentially, you do have the ability to use this very easily. You have the ability to type texts and, kind of like reply to everything that imaginable to you. This also works in Waze, and it also works in other applications like Gmail and the alarm, whatever. You can use the sliding keyboard for whichever thing you want. Now, both of these devices are for the Kosher market, and they're not geared specifically to be side-loading apps, and they're blocked as of right now. But I think if you want a QWERTY keyboard and you want a Kosher device, or you want a device that doesn't have all of these apps, it only has the basics plus Waze and Gmail, I definitely think you should consider this. Another thing that I like to mention is that the Baidu issue with location services is not present anymore. If we go to our apps and storage, I can showcase this to you right here. Other apps. You do have right there the launcher, the toolkit, the viewer, and everything else. But instead of using now the Baidu services, it is using Google services because it does have the access to Gmail. This is Gmail Go, which is a very basic application. It's not the full-fledged Gmail. It's essentially made for Android Go. And now it's not using Baidu services for location, but is using Google Play services, which I think it's a very welcome change. And they have updated this and will update this for all of the devices in the future. I talked with the developers, so they're working on it. I just got an email and boom, right there, I can go to Gmail and check this right here. So I'm going to show you right there one email. And of course, if I want to reply, I can go all the way up you know, and kind of like move to, mute, revert, stuff like that. You can, you know, do pretty much everything and navigate through the keypad because this device doesn't have a touchscreen. That is a little bit of a difference with the Sunbeam F1, which does have a touchscreen, and you can use the touchscreen for, you know, multiple things. Like right there, I selected something, you can navigate it. And of course, if you're composing a message, let me see, new conversation right there. You can also use this keyboard, which is again an advantage if that's what you're looking to do. But both devices are excellent. I think the only thing that the Sunbeam F1 will be missing will be some sort of email integration. If they had that, I think it would be great for business owners that are looking to dumb down but still have some access to maps and calendars and things of that nature. Again, very good device so far per my testing, and I wanted to compare it. Now, when it comes to battery life, which is another thing that we have to talk about, both devices are about 2 days of battery life maximum. This device has been running very well. I think I do already have one report of battery. Hopefully, I just charged it because it just went down. But if you use the battery saver, it's going to be even better. Let me go here to battery. The usage is still not there. So app usage since full charge, 21 hours. So as you see right there, 21 hours, 39 minutes. I've been charging every 2 days essentially, and that is using Waze, a couple of phone calls, and things of that nature to use them in that regard. When it comes to media, it is actually very loud. So we have here music. I loaded just one song. This is the Jiggle Jiggle song, which is a funny song that it blew up on TikTok last year. So I just wanted to test it. I'm going to play just a second of it because, of course, I don't want to get copyright strike. As you see, it's not very close to the microphone, but it's pretty loud. And that's it, because I don't want to get copyright stricken. But it's quite loud. Of course, you have the keys to adjust the volume if you don't feel like talking or listening at that level. But the device is very promising. Now, the price is another thing to consider, of course, between these two devices. This is $350. The Hit K1 and the Sunbeam F1 is $195. So that is a big difference. And with taxes, maybe 200 and something. With taxes, there's 370 something. But this is the only device in the market available with a QWERTY keyboard. And if that is a priority for you and something that is very basic, I recommend this device. Maybe to a parent as well that is looking for a phone for their kids. Of course, this will be a little bit on the steep side, but you do have this protection that they cannot install. There is no browser in both of these devices. Either you buy 195 or 3 something. And you also give them that ability to say, hey, I had a Sidekick slider keyboard device and I was able to type on it. Very good build quality, very good battery life, compatible with all of the carriers so far. And the camera also was upgraded with this latest update to 5 megapixels. So now we have a 5 megapixel camera. It's still not going to be the best quality, but it can get the job done in a little bit of an emergency. If you have any questions that I haven't covered so far on this device, on any of the other devices that I have reviewed, make sure to put it in the comments below. I'll continue to do my testing per this device. And I do have also exciting news for those of you who want transition devices. The Xiaomi F21 is now available on Dumbwireless. I believe they're out of stock right now, but they're going to be coming back in stock very soon. I've been speaking with them and they're working to make it available for T-Mobile users in the United States with United States bands, which is something that is very welcome. And now another company, you don't have to wait from China. So check that out. And of course, if you use my code, I do get a kickback on Dumbwireless. So just FYI, you can buy it from AliExpress. You can buy it from wherever. I'm just giving you an option that is stateside and that is proving to be reliable. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.